Gomukhasana. Gomukh means cow's head. Go means cow, mukha means head. So it's cow's head pose. What are the benefits of this pose? There are many. Firstly, when you do the asana, you find that it really relieves your upper back, especially muscles of the upper back, nerves of the upper back, shoulder, upper back area. It stretches your heart, your lungs, chest. It stimulates the vertebra. It revitalizes the vertebra in the spine, and it strengthens the nerves at the base of the sacrum very much. It gives a lot of relief to back problems, relieving the tension at the back very much. The asana is very useful for relieving conditions of, gout, the sciatica conditions, the way it's being done properly, and what else is there? Gout, and yes, hemorrhoids also, and it stimulates the kidneys very much. It's very useful for conditions of, especially of urinary tract conditions. Issues, and if this pose is done properly, especially for women, it can promotes women's health. And now the pose is done in such a way that it stimulates the glands. It strengthens actually the glands and the nerves of the genital organs, reproductive system. So it therefore it harmonizes the secretion, and it can help in controlling impure thoughts. It's very useful for kidneys, and overall it's a very nice pose in such a way that it keeps you focused, it keeps you healthy. At the same time, it opens up your heart, that state of life and love. What are the chakras that can benefit? You probably will guess the Muladhara chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, a little bit of the Anahata chakra, because of the way the pose is done. What are the contraindications? If you have inflammation, of course, injuries of your ankles or toes or knees or hips, you may not be able to sit in that pose at all. So you should abstain from it during that time. And what else? Yes, of course, of the upper part of the body. If you have, acute conditions, you may not be able to hold the pose. Let's see how the pose is done, Gomukhasana. First, there are several ways to get into it. If you're sitting on the floor already, bring the right leg under. You may want to press into the Muladhara chakra. For brothers, you may press. For sisters, you can sit on it, but you're not really pressing. You can sit on it. The left leg is on top. So you make it in such a way the upper knee and the lower knee are in line. Bring the other ankle very close to the body. Now, then bring the left arm, swing the left arm, bring the arm, the fingers facing up, and the right arm, swing it up. So the upper arm in such a way that the fingers are holding each other. Upper arm opening up, outward, externally rotated. Lower arm swing back, but you're internally rotating the arm and swinging. And stay focused at one point. Either you focus at the tip of your nose or any point in front of you for about 30 seconds. Very slowly, removing that catch, releasing the fingers, and then the legs. Time. And you do the other set. That was half. The second half, you have the right, you have the left under. Left leg is under. And then you have the right on top. Now, when the left leg is under, the right is on top. So right leg on top, you have the right arm bottom. So swing the right arm, you're internally rotating, and swing the left arm up, externally rotating, and catch them. Focus on one point. You may want to undo if he is not comfortable. So you're sort of resting your arm, onto your upper arm at the back. So focus on one point. And slowly release both arms very slowly. You want to come out of it slowly. You may not pull a muscle. And then your legs. So that was one round. Let's look at the variations of Gomukhasana. Mostly the pose will depend on if you're able to sit into this posture or not. So be free to adjust the position so that it suits your body type. I have a blanket. Some of us may like to use a blanket to sit on it because it's more comfortable, but you don't have to if you do not need it. It helps to, it gives it easier for you to get into the pose. And okay, let's try. Be sitting on the pose. Remember, the right leg is down. Left leg is on top. I mentioned about the different way for brothers and sisters to sit. For male, you can press into the Muladhara chakra. For female, you may not press it. You may sit just by the side of your bum. You can press into that. The ankle can press into that. So, or if you cannot sit in this way, you can adjust. If this is the position you can sit, fine. Sometimes some of us may feel a bit straining sitting in this position, so you may want to put support, whether it's a block or a blanket or a bolster or a pillow if you need to. So you might support the areas that need support. Another block can be where you're sitting. You might need some support. You may want to do it in the position that is comfortable. Okay, so you get that little feel lift. Will make it easier for the leg to fall onto the floor if it's needed. If it's not, you can always remove it. So some variation is there for you to get comfortable into the pose. Remember to keep the spine upright. So get into the position that you're not slouching, that you're exerting the back, but you are upright. Now, the upper back. I have a scarf here. I'm just going to use this scarf, or a pair of socks, or a towel, or a rope, Now, so the right arm will be up. Since the left leg is up, the right arm is up. Always remember the opposite, right and left leg. Right arm, left leg. So right arm I externally rotated, and then left arm I catch. Since I can't catch my hand, my right hand, so I'm just catching onto the rope and keeping my spine upright so that, really removes that calcification in the vertebra, which is very what the pose can help you with. So look at one point. Okay, so keep it upright. So you can do the same on the other side. Now, let's see what variation you can do in this pose. Basically, I think don't refrain from this pose just because you cannot sit with one knee above the other. You can always sit in the position that is comfortable. Even sitting in this cross-legged, if that's where your position is, you may sit in this position and do the pose, in this position. Okay, so these are the little variations of this pose. What the count and duration? We do 4 sets of this. Each time is the left side, right side. 30 seconds each side, so 2 sides makes 1 minute, so it's 4 times. Of course, you can do less if the body needs to. The pose is called Gomukhasana, cow's head pose.